Hi, this is Tracy HD, and I want to thank you for joining me today for our November 2016 tarot reading. And this will be for the sign of Virgo. As I shuffle the deck, I'm asking all light beings, angels, and God, please relay the message I need to share with my viewers for the highest good of all. And for the beginning of the month, we'll take a card from the top. For the middle of the month, we're going to take a card from the center. And for the end of the month, we're going to take a card from the bottom. Okay, so what do we have here? Well, first, we start the month out with the Six of Cups. So you're feeling very nostalgic. You're feeling, looking back at the past and maybe thinking maybe of, family, friends, maybe your childhood memories. The Cups card is a very emotional card. And so you're feeling quite emotional in the beginning of November. And of course we all do because the holidays are coming up. And you're looking back at the past. You're feeling very, very nostalgic here. Here's this woman and this person kneeling down, and we have a dog here, and they're surrounded by cups and beautiful scenery. So it's a very gentle energy, very, very gentle energy, very magical feel to it in the beginning of November. And we all need that. We all need a break from the seriousness of life, everyday responsibilities, after a while it really wears on you. So it's kind of, good to take a trip down memory lane and be thinking back. But we don't want to get caught up in that, because we can't go forward if we keep going back. But a very gentle, beautiful, magical energy surrounds you in the beginning of November. And then in the middle of November, we have the Magician. And the Magician more or less is telling you that by the middle of the month, whatever you want to make happen, you can do. I mean, you could master your own fate in life. This is telling you that you have the power, just like the Magician, to wave his magic wand and make changes. And that's exciting. In the middle of the month, basically, you're going to have to take some type of an action in your life that's going to influence the course of your life. It's going to be something that you might have thought about before, but never was, ready to put it into action. But you're ready for some changes, and you're ready to do what you need to do. And this card here, it's like someone who could possibly influence the world with whatever it is that they're doing. So maybe you're taking on something of epic proportion. But at this point in the middle of the month, you've mastered something. Maybe you're doing something different at your workplace. Maybe you've been studying and making changes that way, maybe career-wise, or maybe you're into, health and fitness, and you're, reaching a goal or reaching a different level. But whatever this is, it simply tells us that you've gained knowledge. Okay, up to this point, you're very competent with whatever you're going to take on here. And you're going to take some type of an initiative in the middle of the month to make some changes. Okay, and you're going to put whatever knowledge you've gathered up to this point up to good use. And we have to learn all of these lessons and gain all of this knowledge before we could move on to the next phase of life. So maybe you're moving on to a next phase of some type of mastery in your life. And then at the end of the month, this is a beautiful card, and this is card number 15, the horned one. Now, typically in the tarot deck, you wouldn't usually see a card labeled the horned one, but this is the Llewellyn Tarot deck. So basically with this deck here, what it is this is symbolizing in a regular tarot deck, which would be the devil. Okay, now he doesn't really look so much like a devil like the traditional tarot cards are, where it looks very dark and scary. Looks like it's this man sitting on this rock, and there's a fox down here. And what the devil card is it's a card of addiction, or a card that represents something that holds you in bondage, something that's holding you back. Now, this could be an addiction to really anything. I mean, it could be a spending addiction where you're spending a lot of money and causing yourself to go into debt. It could be an eating addiction where you're eating a lot and maybe you're putting on more weight than you want to. It could be a substance abuse addiction where maybe, you're allowing drugs or some type of alcohol or substance in your life to take over. But it's asking you at the end of the month to pay attention to any person maybe in your life. So this doesn't necessarily have to be those three that I've mentioned. It could also be a person that has power over you and, that maybe is holding you back. So it's a very serious card at the end of the month. It wants you to look and see what is out of balance in your life. Where do you maybe need to cut back or try to work on striking a balance in your life? So there's some kind of excess going on. That's the word I wanted to use. Some type of excessive type of situation, whether it be with the person who you feel controls you, that may be misusing their power over you, or is it something that's sabotaging your life, such as spending too much, eating too much, maybe drinking too much? We need to examine exactly what it is in our life that seems to be holding us in bondage. What possible kind of addiction? And again, it could be an addiction to a person or a relationship that might not be good for us. It could be a friendship that, is not good for us. So we need to take a hard look at the end of November to try to get our life back in balance and find out what holds you in bondage. What is it that's controlling your life, maybe controlling your thinking? Very interesting month for you, Virgo. If you've enjoyed this reading, please subscribe to my channel because I will be back.